Well, we have a president who believes that he has a pen and a phone, and that allows him to violate our Constitution, our laws, and our rights. What do you think of that? We have an Attorney General Holder, who thinks that we should all have to use smart gun technology with a bracelet on our hand to be able to use our firearm. There was just a story on Fox this morning of a family who had a little baby monitoring device and how they woke up to somebody hollering at their daughter through this monitoring device because they were able to hack into it. If it's electronic, it can be hacked. If you have a smart gun with a bracelet, the government could hack into it and shut you down. Part of the purpose of our Second Amendment was not just to ensure that we could duck hunt or deer hunt, but it was to ensure that we were a checks and balance to any tyrannical force that might attempt to take away the freedom of the people, right? Smart gun technology not only isn't viable because it's not a good technology to try and utilize, but it's only a technology that could be utilized by tyrants who want to shut down the ability of the people to defend themselves. We have an Attorney General here in our state, Attorney General Kaine. One of her first actions, unlawful actions, coming into this state was to renegotiate a reciprocity agreement with Florida. Some of us don't think she had the statutory authority to do that. When Tom Corbett was the AG, he didn't believe he had the authority under the law to change our reciprocity agreement. When she got elected, we had not changed the law. Somehow she seemed to have found the authority. I think she violated the law when she did that. She's shown a pattern of abuse, this Attorney General has, just as the President and Attorney General Holder has. They're promoting lawless behavior by people who are in office that have taken an oath to uphold and defend our Constitution, which includes our God-given right to bear arms. And not only have they promoted that type of behavior, but then it's embraced by those at the local level. In local municipalities, we have one municipality after another being encouraged by people like Mayor Bloomberg, former Mayor Bloomberg from New York, and his Mayors Against Guns, and promoting municipal ordinances that infringe on your right to bear arms and violate our preemption law in Pennsylvania and violate our Constitution. That needs to come to an end, doesn't it? We've introduced legislation. I have legislation. There's another bill to deal with preemption to try and put some additional teeth in the law. Don't you believe that if a municipality is violating the law, there should be a severe penalty for that? We also have another bill that I introduced that many of you rallied for here last year that is not dead. It's still alive. It's in Judiciary Committee currently. House Bill 357. We need to send a clear message to D.C. and to people like Attorney General Kaine that we will not stand up for additional infringements of our right to keep and bear arms. Don't you agree? Well, you're going to hear from some of the members of the legislature today that have introduced legislation to regain our right to keep and bear arms, to regain our rights shall not be questioned under Article 1, Section 21 of the Pennsylvania Constitution. We had, related to the Toomey Mansion background checks, what many of you might not know is over 70 of my colleagues, Republican colleagues in the House that I talked to, over 70 of them, and some of the Democrat colleagues would have signed on but was getting a letter together. It was all Republicans that signed with me. Over 70 sent a letter to Senator Toomey and Senator Casey back before they announced the Manchin deal, before Toomey announced it, demanding that he protect our Second Amendment rights, demanding that they defend our Second Amendment rights, abide by their oath of office that Joe Janguza took as a lieutenant colonel to swear and uphold and defend our Constitution, that I took as a veteran in the United States Army, that all of our veterans here, veterans, can you raise your hands? Thank you for your service. But we all took an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. And all of us that are in office take a very similar oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. When you're a state elected official, you swear to uphold and defend the federal Constitution, our U.S. Constitution, and our state Constitution. And for me as a veteran, that's not an oath that had a limit on it. That wasn't over when I finished my service my time of service. That's not over when I finish my work in the legislature, my service there. I think that's a lifetime oath. And for all of you that may not have had an opportunity to take it because you haven't been in the military, you haven't been in office, I encourage you as American patriots to embrace that oath. Embrace that concept of defending your Constitution. Don't you agree?